A very good evening to you. The chair of an independent inquiry into building regulations prompted by the Grenfell fire has told BBC London it's inevitable she'll find systematic failings. Dame Judith Hackett also says she understands why residents in other tower blocks are so worried. In her first interview since being appointed, she's been speaking to our political correspondent, Carl Mercer.
Before the 14th of June, few people had even heard of Grenfell Tower. 10 weeks later, it stands testament to a system that failed, to fire and building regulations that didn't do their job, and to inspection regimes that didn't pick up the risk of fire. And in the weeks since, tower blocks across the capital have had to be evacuated, deemed unsafe. At the Chalcott's estate in Camden, hundreds had to leave their homes. At the Ledbury estate in Southwark, the gas was turned off over safety fears. Today, the woman charged with looking at what went wrong with those regulations promised answers.
Because I can understand that people living in those tower blocks right now are worried, and rightly so. And it's important that we get some recommendations out quickly so that the right rectifications can be made and things can be progressed quickly.
Her inquiry will focus on fire and building regulations and how they've worked. In the wake of Grenfell, the government ordered tests on hundreds of pieces of cladding from tower blocks. They all failed the test.
I think it would be obvious to most people, having seen the data on the number of high-rise buildings where the tests have proven the cladding to be inadequate. It's clear to most people that there must be some problem that is bigger than a one-off.
Her findings will feed into the wider public inquiry being led by former Judge Sir Martin Moore-Bick. It may have hard lessons for many across the sector.
I think it's inevitable that we're going to find some shortcomings in the system. What they will be, I'm not prepared to speculate at this stage. I think it's important that I look at all of those things, the competence of the people, how they work, whether people know what their roles and responsibilities are. All of those things matter. If a system is going to work effectively, it's not just about what's written down, it is about how it's applied in practice as well.
Dame Judith has promised an initial report by the autumn, a full one by next spring. Carl Mercer, BBC London News.
The Mayor's offering